For a long time, for more years than I can count, I have not come before a camera to speak this truth. Here and there, every now and again, every once in a while, I would turn a camera on, but to actually come before a camera to speak this truth for the sole purpose of sharing that someone might hear and listen. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. Didn't want to say beginning there at first, but it is. It is the beginning of what it is I'm speaking, saying, and doing before a camera on a consistent and regular basis. It's kind of like the whole thing with the Zoom room and the Zoom room meetings. Yeah. Coming before the camera to speak this truth. Peace and blessings. I am Miam. That is spelled M-E-I-A-M. Pronounced Miam. If you say me I am very, very fast, you'll get Miam. That name was lovingly bestowed upon and given unto me in the year 2000. So for 20 years now, and I've carried my name proudly and explained my name to people with joy. Because it is our name, not just my name singularly or individually, it's our name for all of mankind. We are Miam. But I am Miam, A.T. Coleman. The grace of God in flesh. The grace of God personified, personified. The grace of God before you, physically, visually, and in spirit. For you see, I understand that mankind, which was created and has been created and is constantly being created in the image and likeness of God, male and female, mankind is the being of the human. One would call oneself a human being. The being, mankind, is being human. The you, they, them, us, and we make the me, I am. Thus, Miam, your name, who you are, and who Am is, who I am is, who Am is. Let us also establish that God's name is I am. That's important. We need to get that out, to get that said. Let's make sure we get that right, that God's name is I am. Reference-wise, scripturally, where you want to find that, the Judeo book, the scriptures, the Bible, the Bible, the basic instructions before leaving Earth, the 66 copulation, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call that book, however you want to refer to it. Oh wow, this is cool. I'm out in the park, and I can see the people. This is cool. However you want to refer to the book. In the book, it says, it is written in the word of God, in the book, written in the book, is this: I am that I am. My name is I am. And furthermore, it shall be a testament or a testimony unto my people for all eternity. My name, I am. So, mankind, created in the image and likeness of God, is being human. So, the next time you have the opportunity, or someone should ask you, and they probably won't, but anyway, ask yourself this question, or ask somebody. If you're a human being and you're being human, if you're a human being, are you being human? Or as a human, who or what are you being? You're a human, right? And you're being, right? What? You're a human, yes. Being, yes. What or who? Good question. Well, I got an answer. I got an answer for you. Who and what it is you're being is God. The God I am. The God, the God of your forefathers. The God of all creation. That's who you are. And who you are is being the human. The what you're choosing and creating and doing. The human. I'm going to break that down in subsequent videos. I'm going to get into that more, a lot more. And especially for those of you who want to hear it scripturally from the Bible. And trust me, I'm not being any kind of way, in any way, shape, or form. When you hear me speak, I'm not speaking from a, how can I say it? A disrespectful place of theology, religion, dogma, any religion, Christianity, from Christianity to Buddhism to Islam. It doesn't matter. I'm never being disrespectful at all. But I speak truth. And thankfully, it can be verified, if you will, by the Bible, the Quran, the Gita, the Torah, the Talmud. Everything I say can be verified. When I tell you that you are God in flesh, those are the places that will verify that. And I will give you some scriptural references, and I will give you references from other spiritual writings. And we will delve into it deeply as we go along, and as I said in subsequent videos. But right here, right now, in this video, I want to speak of the number 5. The 5 alive. The 5 that is the number, the spiritual holy number of grace. Once again, we're going to go to the Bible, specifically. 5. There's a very good reason why 5 is a prime, what's called a prime number, and there's a really good reason. Let me back up. There's a spiritual reason why 5 is a prime number, and there's a spiritual reason why 5 is a number that's representative of grace. As 3, the showing and proof of completion, as 3 is completion, 3 has its completion in grace. All things are completed in grace and by grace. The grace of God. So wonderful. The half has never been told. The 5. Whenever you see 5 people, places, or things in the scriptures or in life, it's a representative of the grace of God. The number 5 is so prominent in grace that we as humans have taken it for granted quite often that that's just how it is. I mean, that's just how it is. No, that's not just how it is, but it is. But it's being created by us. We create that. Who we are. We have created the understandment, as a friend of mine said, the understanding of the spiritual numerology. And spiritual numerology to the point of understanding 5 as representative of grace, the grace of God. The word, the name, the word grace itself is 5 letters. We will break that down as well, the number 5 and grace, and we'll get into that in subsequent videos as well. But I will say this, that 5, when you understand it as grace and you're able to see it now, and when you see that 5 show up in grace, in a situation where you know this is the grace of God, and you see that 5, it's going to blow your mind, and you'll start to open up to understanding God's grace in a way that you probably never have before. You'll start to see God's grace in ways that you probably never have before, especially when you see it in context to the 5 of God's grace. One of the reasons why I preach, teach, and treat, which is a combination of preaching and teaching, one of the reasons why I preach and treat grace out of all the many things is simply this. I understand the 5 because God showed it in me, in the me I am, and showed me and showed me myself as grace. Humanized, if you will. Personified, as you will, in my personage, in my beingness, that I am, that I'm is grace. Walking, talking, living, breathing. I am the grace of God. I am the grace. That is the I am that we be. That 5 for Anthony Talbert Coleman, for Anthony T. Coleman, which, by the way, Anthony T. Coleman is exactly 15 letters. For Anthony T. Coleman, that grace is so powerfully manifested in my day-to-day and in my being and in who I'm is and what I've been through and where I'm going to. It's like, whoa, deep, y'all. And I'm going to share. My name, Anthony T. Coleman, for Anthony Talbert Coleman. Anthony T. Coleman is exactly 15 letters. My social security number ends in 005, the last 3 numbers. My date of birth is 10/15/55. My. My date of awakening, if you will, into consciousness of my spirituality and who I is was 1985. In 2000, and again in 2005, and again in 2020, the planets were aligned in a straight line to show as my sign of the grace of God, not just upon us all, but as us all. Always the 5 of God's grace. At 5 months old, I was quite literally taken to the local police station and laid on the police sergeant's desk as my mother turned and bolted out of the police station. My aunt, who I've never known, never seen, never known her at all. My auntie, her sister, told my mom, my grandmother, my father's mother. She came to the police station with my grandfather and got me. From 5 months old, she raised me. Raised me up in the way that I should go, so that I shall not depart from it as I grow older, to understand the grace of God upon my life and understand who it is that I'm is, and who it is that I'm is being as Tony Coleman, ATC. Who it is that I'm is as awareness through consciousness, ATC. Who it is that I'm is as the grace of God, sitting here talking to you on this video and realizing that I am exactly who God said I is. Me. I am God's eternal image and affirmation, mankind. That's who we are. You and I, us, they and them. Yeah, mama and them too. We are the grace of God, mankind. Me am, me I am, by the grace, my eternal image and affirmation, mankind. Note that that's exactly 5 letters. The name Meam. Who you are is grace. MEIAM, 5 letters. You are grace. It's why you have 5 senses. It's why you have 1 set of eyes, 1 nose, 1 mouth, and 2 ears. It is why you have, for the most part, 5 major systems within your body, your physical body. It is why 5 is so prominent in our lives, in our existence, not just in our mathematics, but in our everyday, everything. You can see the 5 of grace, because you can see the grace of God everywhere you look and everything that is. In this park where I'm sitting, and I've been sitting for several hours now, and I decided to run this tape. Even when you look upon God's beauty, as we call it, and you see yourself, hopefully, you understand that that's the grace of God, and that it is all by grace. The 5. At 5 months old, God's grace was personified, manifested powerfully. At 5 years old, from the back of a Philadelphia brownstone in Wilmington, Delaware, I fell, the equivalent of 2 stories, broke my neck. Everyone thought I was dead when they picked me up and laid me on the couch in the house. We black folk, so we just pick you up. We ain't gonna say, no, don't touch it. Don't. Anywho, when they picked me up and laid me on the couch at 5 years old, I had broken my neck. But by grace, and because of the grace of God, I sit here talking to you after 10 years in the United States Army and traveling the world. The grace of God is so wonderful. The half has never been told. The 5, that number 5, is the grace of God. I'm coming up on 20 minutes on this video, and I said 20 is going to be it. This is the beginning. This is where it starts. Videos, more videos to come. You know what I say to you? I tell you something is coming, you know. I can tell you this. I gotta tell you, it's gonna be more videos, more and more and more and more. Yes, sir. Goodbye. It's 18 minutes and 54 seconds. I'm gonna learn how to time this thing out so I can do exactly 20 minutes and exactly 15 minutes and exactly. You know what I mean, don't you? I know you do. You're understanding to me. Okay, dogs. 19 minutes and 10 seconds. I love this thing, you know. This recording thing is kind of good here. All right. Peace and blessings, everybody.